get this party started. Okay, so, and Holly, yay. So today is March 23rd. I can't believe that. Oh my gosh, this month. Guys, this year is going by fast. It's insane. So part of the reason that I wanted to do this is because we are coming to the end of March. Let me see, somebody, let me mute. I'll mute the phone. Yeah, because I try to look at the year in quarters, right? Which is how we earn bonuses in Beachbody and things like that. And so, and planning the year out in quarters. So we've got January through March, right? So we're coming to the end of the quarter. So the next quarter, April, May, June. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to, I started thinking about when I started this business, I was like, man, I was running, challenge groups had just come out, challenge packs and all that. And so we were running challenge groups. Holly will attest to this. We were running challenge groups. We were talking to people. We were, learning all this stuff. We didn't have all this training that we have now. So we were just like going and doing it, right? And doing it poorly, but doing it, right? So I started looking back at what was I doing back when I first started? And how did I get to where I am now? And honestly, being completely transparent, I have sort of not backed off, because I haven't backed off the business at all, but I backed off some of the fundamentals. I think I personally fell into sort of a maintenance management mode. And I've been doing a lot of mentoring and coaching, and which I love, but I haven't been as growing my own personal business as much as I want to and need to. So I really started thinking about how, what was I doing and what can I do differently, or what do I need to go back to? And it's really the basics, right? So I did some research and asked around, and, it all came back to the 3 vital behaviors. There's never anything different. Just so you know. But so what I came up with was planning out the month. And so that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. So I printed out, my printer will print out just these blank calendars. And if you've got Word or something like that, you can usually just print a template. You can go online and find a template. I'm going to make it prettier and post it in the group. But make this your own if this is something you want to do. But I guarantee you, if you focus this quarter, from April, May, and June, put blinders on to what everybody else is doing. Focus on the basics, the 3 vital behaviors, which we all, and actually there's 4 now, there's recognition, they're adding that in. It's using the products, using the program, drinking your Shakeology, incorporating a fitness program. If you're not willing to do just the program, some people have other things they do, but incorporate a fitness program, drink your Shakeology every day, invite people, do your personal development, and then recognition, which could be, if you don't have a big team yet, recognize the team that you do have, or just, recognize other people that you're working with and things like that. So that they're adding that in, which I think is really important. So the way this calendar shakes out, it's made up of like 4 components. Okay. So you've got the beginning of the month, a free group, or I don't like free groups. So I like the 3-day refresh, and I like a quick Shakeology challenge, like a free, not free. They have to purchase Shakeology, or they can purchase a 7-day sampler. So they're at least getting a taste of that. So first week of the month, you do your free group. Okay. This is very sketchy. I'm going to clean this up. So first week of the month is a free group. The second week is a sneak peek, which I'm going to start schedule. That's going to be scheduled the second week of the month. We'll have a sneak peek that anybody on the team can invite people to. The third week of the month is a Beachbody challenge group, whatever that is for you. If that's a 21 or 22-minute hardcore group, if it's a 21-day fixed group, whatever you love. If you just want to do a 10-day Shakeology group, whatever, but be consistent, okay? And then the last week of the month we'll start a Coach Basics group. You start promoting again for your free challenge group, Okay. So the first week of the month is your short challenge, short. And I mean 3-day, 5-day, 7-day. And then the second week, we're doing a sneak peek, but you're also promoting, this whole time you're promoting a challenge group that's going to start the third week of the month. Now, for you, you can do this any way you want. If you want to do your free group closer to the end of the month or whatever, but this is just a great way to lay it out. It's just, make it work for you. Excuse me. And whatever, I believe in sticking with what you're excited about. Like for me personally, I love the 3-day refresh. My husband and I are on auto ship for that. We do it at the beginning of every month. He even asks to do it, which is hilarious. My daughter's doing it. I mean, my family loves that. And I think getting people to try Shakeology, either through a 7-day sampler, or if you have packets you want to mail out, that's the old school way. We used to do that. That works too. But get people trying the products. If you love free groups, go for it. I've just done a million of them over the years. I don't love them. I just don't have a whole lot of success with them because I find that people haven't invested enough. They haven't bought in. They don't have any skin in the game, to use another metaphor. So it doesn't always work out and you don't have that commitment. And then when you try to move those people to another challenge or a longer challenge, you don't always get them to move forward because they tend to want free, right? So what you're doing in this, at the end of every month, you're going to start promoting your free group that's going to begin at the beginning of the month. So say on the Wednesday before, I don't know if y'all can see that, the Wednesday before at the end of the month, you'll start promoting it, talking about it, posting about it, weaving it into your posts, and then you start that group. On the Wednesday when that group is going, you start promoting your challenge group, okay, which you've already talked about with the free group as well, because that's just something you're going to pepper into all your posts. And then once you've got some people that they're interested, these are, over time, you're going to have people that you've been talking to, they know you coach, they know how this all works, they see you being consistent with this. That's why I want you to really focus on this for a quarter, because what you did last month kind of feeds into the next month, like that. So you'll have people that might be interested from last month into the sneak peek that we're going to have, okay? So you just, by being consistent and having this schedule, people will expect it and they'll see it. And this goes back to something I heard not too long ago where, how we see an advertisement for something, like say you're watching TV, or, just maybe something you see on Facebook and you notice it, but you don't take action. But then you see it again, you're like, oh. And then you see it again, you're like, oh, okay. And then, or those shoes that follow you around, right? You finally like, okay, I'm gonna just click on this and get them because they've been following me around. So it's just the same thing with our businesses, letting people know what you do by being consistent. And when you have this schedule that people they go, oh yeah, there she goes again with that 5-day group or the 3-day refresh. She's doing that again, or she's doing a free group, a clean eating group. Oh, God, maybe I'm going to do it this time. So you'll have people who've been watching you. Maybe you don't even know they're watching you, right? And all of a sudden they're going to reach out and just say, okay, I want to do your group. So back to why this is important to focus for a quarter is because if you haven't been doing this, and I personally have gotten away from this, so this is for me as well. If you haven't been doing this, it's going to take a little while to gain momentum. So you're not going to get that initial feedback right away, but you're going to just push through because you've got blinders on for this quarter, right? So that's what's really important. And that goes back to our 3 vital behaviors that you have to do every single day in this business. And I know I sound like a broken record, but it's so easy not to do it and people don't do it. But when you're committed to it and you show up and you do it, and I highly recommend you print off this, dig it out of here, I slid it under here, the business activity tracker, and start using that again. And we're really going old school, but the things that are on here are all you need to do for your business. So if you can commit to printing that off each week, setting out a calendar of what you can be excited about. Okay. If you're not excited about 22-minute hardcore and you're not going to do it, don't do a challenge group with it. Okay. Do what you're excited about. Think back to what got you into the business, what you saw, what you can really talk about without feeling like you have to study it and know everything about it, because you don't if you're excited about it. Does that make sense? Like, I can talk about Shakeology to anybody because I've had Shakeology every single day for 4.5 years. So it's not anything I ever feel like I'm selling or have to learn about. So stick with what you're excited about. I love a free short challenge to get people, just to get some new people in, some new people you can connect with. Holly does a really cool thing, and Holly, I'd love for you to talk about it. You do like a faith and fitness, right? I know it's a longer challenge, but that's something that if you wanted to do a short challenge, you could do that. Maybe just like a Bible study, Shakeology challenge, good nutrition and faith and fitness kind of thing. You could do something like that. Have you ever done a short challenge like that? Like everybody's reading a book or something?
Well, I've never done a short one, but I've actually thought about doing one. There's a book called Unglued that is by Lisa TerKeurst. She's also the author of Made to Crave. And I did a Made to Crave one, a while back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you, Sharon and I have talked about this plenty of times, but I'm kind of apprehensive to say this, but I have gotten to a place where challenge groups sometimes are, I don't know if exhausting me is the right word or not, but it's just that it's getting to be, and my team can also agree with me on this, that it's crickets. And Chantal and I were talking a while back about this, and I think the best challenge group that we had was when we were doing Made to Crave. It was with a personal development or a Bible study attached to it, because it gave people something else to talk about other than the fitness stuff. And if they were failing in the fitness area, then we had something else to talk. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
absolutely. Good point.
But what we did, and I'll share this because this is what we did. Made to Crave has a free 21-day challenge, Lisa TerKeurst, on her website. So what I did is I had everybody go to madetocrave.com and sign up for the 21-day challenge. And then Lisa TerKeurst and the Proverbs 31 Ministries sent each person that daily email. And then the post each day was specifically about that. And they had to also check in that they did their workout and drank their shake and share that kind of stuff. But the main gist of the post was about that. Well, I actually Unglued is the book that she wrote after Made to Crave. And I want to read that one. It's about how what comes out of our mouth is, and anyone that's a mom on this Zoom can attest to that sometimes the things that come out of our mouth are not always, what we want when we look back on it. So anyway, I did go to her website though, and she's got a 5-day challenge about the Unglued book. And I signed up, and the emails have been coming to me this week, and it's really good. So that's a thought that I wanted to actually bring up to my team tomorrow when we do a Zoom, and attach it to Shakeology. So they would have to purchase, a sampler pack or attach it to the beginning of the month and with a challenge pack challenge, And then my thought was to gift. I'm sorry, Skylar's eating salt. My thought was to gift whoever purchased a challenge pack the Unglued book, like the long book, and they could obviously sign up for the free emails. But anyway, that was just my thought. And it's the thing that I like about it is about this kind of thing is that you're also getting someone else's opinion. Okay. Like if you use a personal development book or a Bible study, you've got someone else that's kind of, you're using their content, and you're sharing your takeaway through it. So it's not like you're not having to come up with all these fitness posts, which are great, but like I've just found, obviously, like I want people that are ready to change their life, and not only with their fitness and their eating habits. I want to work with people that are ready to dig in and do stuff with life, like, motherhood. And that's what I'm, passionate about. Like they want to change more than just their eating habits. So I think like the personal development part, anyway, I'm kind of getting off track, but
no, I think that's awesome. And I love that. And that's one thing to really think about when you're doing this is, what I was saying, like do what gets you excited, and it's true. We've done challenge groups for a very long time, and people, when they think that Shakeology goes with the program and they're not doing the program, they check out because they feel bad about themselves, and there are crickets in your challenge group, and those people aren't getting results, and they cancel their Shakeology and they're not doing the program and they don't get results, and then you feel bad. And that can, and that happens. That's just real. But if you can do something like this, I think this is great. And also another thing that popped in my head, although it's 30 days, but it's free, is Chalene Johnson has her 30-day push group.
Oh, yeah.
30-day push challenge, which is all emails. And I think she's revamped it. That's been around for a long time. We did that way back. But I think she's reshot some of the videos. So if you wanted to do sort of a goal-setting challenge group, or just think about what it is. Think about the kind of people you want to work with. Okay, who would you like to have on your team? Because ultimately, we want to build a team, right? But we want people to come in and try the products and test out coaching and have a system where they come in and they go, oh, I can do that too. Because all she did was invite me, and I tried Shakeology and I liked it, and then I did that group about goals, or that group about faith, or all that 5-day free thing. It's something that can duplicate, and people can do it and feel good about it. So if it's something that it doesn't necessarily have to be centered around fitness, but you fit the fitness or the nutrition in, because we all need to be healthy and have energy to have good lives, right? So that could be a way you incorporate it in your group. So make this fit you and your personality and your brand and what you want, how you want your business to be. Really look ahead to what kind of leader you want to be, what kind of coaches you want to have on your team, because that's so important. Because initially we all want to help everybody, right? But we can't. And you're going to click with certain people. And just like Holly said, we over time, there's certain people you want to help them, but they're not ready. And you're going to have that in coaching too. But if you create a system that brings people in to your network and then brings them into your business, and it's something that you're fired up about, over time, you're going to attract the right people. You're still going to have some people that come in that you want to pull your hair out, but you can't, you can only work with the willing, right? So think about that's a great idea. Some of these free resources, a book that you love, and maybe you offer that as a gift. I think that's a great idea. And then that way, it's not all about fitness, but it's about getting better, which is what this whole our business is about. Because I really feel like Beachbody is personal development with some awesome products attached to it, right? That's all it is. And so you can just make that your own and create, but stick with the system for the next quarter. Who's willing to come up with a calendar and do this for a quarter and keep blinders on? Like, I'm doing this until June. I love it. Good. Yay! Good. Well, does anybody have any questions or comments or anything else you want to add?
Well, I was going to say, Sharon, when I first started coaching, like, I don't know the heck I was doing. I am not a fit pro. Most of you guys know I was a hairstylist. I owned a hair salon. So this was completely foreign to me. I fell in love with the products. I saw the opportunity and I ran with it. And at first I didn't run challenge groups because I didn't know exactly what to do, how they worked. And so probably the last, about 6 months, I've been doing a monthly challenge group. And I'm doing my first 3-day refresh group on Monday. And, you know, listening to Holly with the faith and fitness, like that is such an awesome idea. I really never thought to incorporate it. And I have Miranda on the phone with us. And Miranda and I went to a private Christian college together, and we've been friends for years. And like, that is such an awesome opportunity. Like my team, I have a lot of faith-based coaches because that's who I am. And, you know, Holly, I really appreciate those words and tips. And that's something I'm going to pass on to my team, because at times, you know, I do feel like there's a little bit crickets in the challenge groups. It's me posting the sweaty selfies, the recipes, and I get the likes and the response back. But to have more depth, I would say, in the challenge group would be a fabulous idea. So I'm definitely going to incorporate that. And so I just want to say thank you, Holly, for, you know, sharing those ideas. And
Oh, you're welcome.
yeah, and Sharon, you know, getting us on the right track for the next 3 months, because planning is vital in this business. If you wing it, you're not going to see it. I've told a couple of my coaches, you wing it, you're not going to see it. So it comes with planning, it comes with discipline. But, you know, just in my business, when I focus and I'm, you know, crunching down, and you see it in your paychecks, you see it. And that is something that I think we always need to remember, to plan it and to, you know, get a game plan on it, or you're not going to succeed with it. So thank you.
And Brittany, thank you. Well, first of all, you're welcome. And thanks for saying that. And I do want to say also, y'all, I hope I didn't seem negative about challenge groups, because that's not what I'm saying. We have to start there. But I'm just saying that I guess the point I was trying to get across is I just think it's important to have some other kind of component in there, because I just think that if people don't do something for their mindset, I love how Sharon said this business is really personal development with some amazing products attached to it, because it's really true. And if you don't do something for their mindset, it's like they're not going to stick with it, you know? So I just think that when we get those crickets like we're having in our challenge group, and like right now, I know my coaches can attest to this. We've got basically the coaches are posting, and Erica Mayer, love that girl so much. And she's
awesome.
One of Sharon's discount coaches. She has no desire to do the business, but she's amazing. But it's all of us coaches in there posting, and Erica, and man, we just have one big party. But it's like, I mean, you know, so I'm just saying, like, I think it's important, you know, obviously our business comes from challenge groups,
Yeah.
but I think it's important to, when they kind of get stale, you know, what else do we need to kind of change up here so anyway.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. And I think that's why if you can get people doing personal development early on, they're going to make great coaches, because fitness is mindset. I mean, you got to believe you can do it, right, to even put forth the effort. And, you know, so many people, they don't do it. So if you can get them really thinking beyond that, I think that's a great idea. So my challenge to all of you is to come up with what you feel would be, you know, expressive of what you want in your team. And that, so look at this calendar, this system, as a training ground for bringing people into your team and getting them acclimated to what we do as coaches, starting with the mindset and using the products. Okay. So what products do you love? And if it's just that you love Shakeology, and you know, you go from a sampler pack right into, hey, you want to be a coach, you can get a challenge pack, I can show you how I do this. You can go right into that, because you're going to find some people that just get it right away, and they're awesome, like all you guys on here. You got it, right? Nobody had to talk you into it. Nobody's had to motivate you. Okay, so those are the people you're looking for. No one ever had to motivate me. Like, I was freaking doing this, you know? And those are the people you're looking for, right? So I love that. So come up with a book that you love. You know, maybe everybody reads You're a Badass if you love that book. Or maybe people read Eat That Frog. You know, you could do a group on time management and goal setting or whatever. whatever your niche is, Brittany could stick with hairstylists if she wanted to. If you're really good with blogging, maybe you could do a blogging group and they start using the products. And you can always think of Beachbody as a platform for people to be able to do other things as well, because we have such a robust compensation plan. And everybody needs health and fitness in their lives anyway, you can just incorporate it in what you want to do. It doesn't mean that they only do Beachbody, right? But it could launch you into something else. So hope that makes sense. Anybody have any comments?
Hey, Sharon, there was a woman, a coach, who just started following me on Instagram. And of course, I go look. And she is, I can't remember her name, but she's an ER doctor. And she was an elite coach and whatnot. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. But all her coaching opportunity posts were for health professionals, physicians, doctors, surgeons. And that's her niche. Sitting here, we all fit pros, nurses, hairstylists, whatever, to be able to stick with what and feel confident being able to relate to those people that you're talking to. So absolutely. I totally agree on that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's cool. Anybody? Hey, Stephanie, how are you? You're outside.
Good.
It's good to see you. Are you still in Hawaii?
No, actually, I'm back in California.
Nice. Brittany's in California. Where are you in California?
Sacramento.
Oh, I'm in Southern California, Orange County.
There we go.
It looks pretty out there though right now.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That's awesome. And you're about to have your baby?
Yeah, I am a day shy into going into week 37. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Almost there.
Oh my gosh, and that's your first baby?
Yes.
Oh,
I know, very exciting and nerve-wracking too. I'm just like, oh my God, do I have everything ready?
No, you'll never have everything ready. My kids are 23 and 19. I still don't have anything ready. So don't worry about that.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, you know what? One other thing I wanted to say, since I really sat down, honestly, and I want all you guys to do this, just sit down and figure out what's working in your business and what isn't, right? And stick with the things that are working and revamp the ones that aren't, right? So I am starting, today will be the last team Zoom that we do like this. I am going to we have a YouTube channel, and I'll post that in the files in Team Inspire, but it's Team Inspire Fitness YouTube channel. And I'm going to just put up videos on there, training videos. I do feel like, let me mute that real quick. Oh, I unmuted you. There we go. Airplane flying over. I think there's so much training now. And what I want to do is I want to do leader calls, and I'm going to have calls. I do already have calls with my personally sponsored coaches, but I'm also going to offer on Acuity scheduling times where if someone wants personal mentoring by me, they can schedule it, and I'll hop on a Zoom with you or a call or whatever. But rather than have a weekly call like this, I'm going to do Coach Basics for new coaches, and I'm going to post that as well. But I'm not going to have a weekly Zoom for the next quarter, okay? But I'm still working and I'm still around. And if you have to, and my personally sponsored coaches, we already, we all are hooked up and FaceTime and Zoom and all that stuff. So, but overall for just the team, I'm not going to do that because I really am just going to focus on what I need to get done as well. But I'm always there to mentor people. I love it. If you're working the business and you need help, reach out to me. I will help you. But you guys all have great uplines as well. So check with your upline. But that's kind of the plan. So I'll have the Acuity scheduling, and I do post, and I've tried to organize. I know our page is getting so busy, and part of it is just me going crazy posting stuff. But if you can't find something in the file, and that I posted a video or you saw something, go in the photos and find the picture if you remember it, and then you'll be able to find the post. That's one way. Also go in the files, and I've organized like Janelle's calls, which I think are excellent. They're as good as the National Wake Up Call. The National Wake Up Call is a non-negotiable. You should be listening to that. I always post a recording. I post a reminder. I post a recording. Always listen to that. Janelle's calls are excellent, and I've organized those in a file under it says Janelle's calls, so that's super easy. And most of the time, if there's something that's kind of tied together, like if I see a video on one of the leader pages that I think is important, I'll create a file document. So if you're having trouble finding something, look in the files. I'm trying to keep that organized because I know our page has a lot of stuff in it. So I hope that makes sense. Anybody have any questions on that? Is that good? That's good. Cool. All right. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording so it doesn't get too